Hey. Welcome back to another Let's Rant. No, I'm not on the beast. I was on the bigger beast yesterday, but this the biggest of the biggest for me. Beast. This the beast of all beasts. I'm not on 3. This is shut up. Big baby. But let me tell you, today I'm going to talk about my boss again. I am. He sent me a text yesterday saying that the SUV was broke down because somebody put gas in the Yukon instead of diesel. What did they tell you? I was supposed to make a turn right there and I missed it. So now they had to have the Yukon taken to the shop because, of course, it's broke down because they put gas in a diesel engine. So now they got to get it fixed. Have it dropped. Drop the engine, fix it, put it back, or whatever. Whatever. You know, so now the driver had to get back from where he was at Houston, you know, get some rest, and he's supposed to be here to relieve me on this run at 11 a.m. because I wasn't supposed to do this run. I was supposed to do 2 one-way transports for the same person. Take them from one place to another, and then at the end of the day, take them from that place to another place. Okay. It is what it is. I don't mind switching runs real quick to get stuff covered. And doing what I need to do is the point of I don't like circling. I don't like circling. I don't like shuttling. I just like pick up people, take them to the location, drop people off. And if it's a dinner run, I sit and wait for them to come out and then take them back. You know, or if it's one of those runs where you pick them up in the morning, take them to multiple locations throughout the day, and then by the end of the day, you're done. Not pick up from the location, drop to the location, come back to the first location, and go back to the second. That back and forth, that's for the birds for me. I'm not built like that. So my boss just called. I'll be right back. I'm back. Now, when my boss originally called me this morning, when the phone actually rang, because my phone goes on Do Not Disturb, but if you call me and I don't answer, you call me right back, it's going to ring, because my phone's thinking it's an emergency. So, I answered his text from last night. That's what made him call me at 5 o'clock this morning. And so, when I did answer, because it's ringing, he's like, can I switch it to this run and you cover it for me, right? And I have the other driver come relieve you at 11 a.m. Okay, no problem, because he knows this particular run I'm on, I'm not built like that. And so, now he calls and says the driver needs some rest before he comes. You play too much. He plays too doggone much. So, but I told him, I figured you was going to call and tell me that. I already knew you was going to say something like that when you called. And so he's like, well, I can see. I'm like, no, I can see if I can stay until 2 o'clock. That's giving him an extra 3 hours. That's it. That's all I can give you, sir. That's all I'm going to give. Just an extra 3 hours. Because I don't want to really even be here. How about that? And so, now I'm waiting on him to call me back to find out if the other driver going to be able to do it. Because if not, he's going to find somebody to come at 11. I'm not staying until he had to find somebody to come at 11 a.m. because I'm not staying until 11 p.m. He got me effed up. But I love him. So, I'll be back as the day goes on to see how this day plays out. I'm about to run in here to 7-Eleven and get me some coffee. That make me feel better. Talk to y'all later. Okay, I'm back. Now look what I'm in. The beast. The beast. The main beast. I am in this doggone sprinter. It's like tethered to my tail, my backside. I try to throw it in the garbage, it comes back. It automatically back in my hand. Like, dang. But no, for real, another driver brought it to me. And we switched. Now he's on 903. And I'm back in my sprinter. Because my boss did what he said he was going to do. He got me a relief because he knew I was only supposed to be here at the Gaylord / Embassy Suites until 11 a.m. But the driver that came and relieved me needed a couple extra hours of sleep because he did that run I refused the other day, which is to Houston. I wasn't going to Houston, not for him or anybody else. So, but the driver, he showed up on time, on schedule. And I'm glad he is one of those drivers that is on time, on schedule. Granted, I still got nerves until I see no whites of his teeth. But still, he was here. I was ready. And I do appreciate access. They were cool people. So everybody I dealt with today was cool people. You know, I've been all happy. Eagles worked well worthy. You know, appreciative. So if I work with those type of people, I like people that can take jokes like jokes, you know, because I crack a joke and be happy, you know. But if you coming at me stiff and being a Billy or a Karen, then I'm going to return that same energy, you know. I'm not here to, you know, make your day worse than what it is, if it's already a bad day, you know. But don't make mine, don't rain on my parade because you having a bad day. No, not fair, and it's not kosher. But anyway, that's what's going on so far in my day. And I figured I'd come back in since this is turning into a vlog type day. And it's raining now, which sucks. And I still got a 4:45 pickup to go to the airport, and I'm not happy about it because it's raining. You know, brown sugar melts. But I'm hungry, so I was thinking. So chickens when I'm thinking, right? I really want this restaurant called Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. But I don't want chicken and waffles. I want the smothered chicken plate, smothered chicken, and the sides. But then I'm like, well, no, you don't want to do that either. Because now, if you have what you really want for Sunday dinner, that's a lot of smothered. So you don't want to do smothered chicken and then smothered pork chops. That's being fat. Don't do that. So I'm going to talk to my auntie, or two aunties, and see how this can come to prosper for Sunday dinner. I bet you know how Sunday dinner turns out. But I think that's it for this clip right now. I'll be back later. It's been a day. It's been a day, and I see it's going to be even longer for me today, right? I'm in the sprinter. I'm doing another run, different from what I was in earlier, right? Waiting on the person to come out. And it's a one-way transfer. It's not circling or anything. I'm just taking him from his job to the airport. And the airport ain't that far. You know, it's rush hour. It's rush hour. But I'm not tripping about that. My boss called. Again, he's calling. I'm going to stop. I'm going to change my name and change my number. Because hell, he has me going back to circling. But I can go when I feel like it. Well, not when I feel like it, because he really needs me there as soon as I can get there. But I have to have substance in my stomach. If not, I'm going to fall out. The last time I fell out, he had to come get a vehicle 4.5, almost 5 hours away, because I fell out. So I told him, sir, I need to eat. Oh, please do. He's like, yeah, go get you something to eat and let me know when you can get to circling. Because best believe he don't want another falling out. Literally, he really had to come. He had to catch a flight and come from DFW to San Antonio to get a bus. Because I was literally in the hospital because I got sick. He don't want me to get sick again. That's one thing he don't want to do. So now, like I said, today's been a day. Y'all been with me all day. All day. I bought some new hair stuff, and I haven't had a chance to really play with it in my hair yet. But I put a little of the stuff in my hair, and it's a detangler type thing, and it did a little good. You know, the little bit I played with it, and it's not tangled or anything. It's just I need to play with it, you know. And I bought some, like, it's not called snapback, but it'll help bring my natural coil back out like it's supposed to. Because these ain't naps. These are gray hairs, yes. Naps, no. I said what I said because I know what my hair is. People be killing me trying to tell me how my hair is. Ooh, that's dangerous, though. I need to wash my hair. I see that when I really need. I have dandruff. I'm telling y'all all the business, ain't I? Y'all don't care. I don't care either. But yeah, people be killing me. I know what my hair is and what it's not. Somebody tried to say this was matted. Can't be matted. Y'all hear that? I can touch my skin. Still with no problems. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, y'all. I guess I was able to stop and finally go get me something to eat. I'm stopping at Lolo's Chicken and Waffle. Only because they have my shrimp and grits. So I figured get that. And it'd be quick and easy. Something I can eat in my fan. So I'm going in now. Hold on.
6 hours later.
No. I'm back. But I'm not happy at all. I'm ready to say screw you and the flight that you took to California, sir. That's how pissed I am. Started off on a good note this day. It did. And no, I'm not going to let this take over my day, but it sure ruined 90% of the good day I had. Because, yeah, screw you and the flight you took to California. Yeah, exactly how I feel.
A few moments later.
Okay, I just realized I didn't close out yesterday's vlog, right? As you can see, I said yesterday that I'm in totally different clothes. I'm in this little ugly button-down shirt.
In a quarter mile, continue onto State Highway 121 North.
Yeah, that's a good talk. Because of my boss. He knows I hate the shirt. I hate this shirt. But I did it because he asked me to. But yeah, so my day ended.
Continue for 8 miles.
Like it ended. Like I look right now. I got in late and up early because of my boss. So that was it. I didn't get home until after 11 o'clock last night. And then was up and out the house by 6:15 this morning. 6 o'clock this morning. He tripping. Yeah. He tripping. But he knows when he get back from out of town, he owe me a lunch. And he already knows. And he agreed to it. Because he knows I was trying to give up this morning run. Because I knew I was going to get home late. But he's like, no, I need another favor. That was the third favor of the day. You owe me. Oh, you got to feed it. You got to feed me. How about that? Okay. That's going to make you happy. Yeah. Yeah, because the food I got from Lolo's yesterday was god awful. god awful, flavorless, no seasoning, and I had got shrimp and grits, and that crap was nasty. And I'm like, it was smothered. Okay, I knew I said I was closing, but let me go ahead and just break this one down for you. I ordered shrimp and grits. Now I can't eat mushrooms. Can't eat mushrooms, and I didn't think they were gonna smother this thing, like obliviate it with shredded cheese. I felt like the layer of shredded cheese was this thick on top of it, and then they lathered it over the grits. They gave me a nice sized portion of the grits. I mean, the bowl was huge, but it was just as much, if not more, cheese than grits. And then when you have quote unquote fried shrimp on top, you would think they would have put the cheese on there, let the cheese melt, and then put the shrimp on the side to keep the shrimp from getting soggy and or stuck in the cheese. No. You couldn't even tell that these was fried shrimp until you went to pick the shrimp up. And you had to literally pick it up, like pull it out of this cheese sauce, the cheese. And there goes all the breading off the shrimp. So now you really just got shrimp. Now the shrimp was the only thing that had any type of somewhat of flavor to it, and that was only because the half a piece of breading you got on there. But yeah, for the money I spent yesterday on that food, I really just threw money in the garbage, because I had one bite of the shrimp and grits. I had one bite of the grits, and I ate 2 of the shrimp, and I was like, I'm done with this. And so yeah, that was basically my money and my time. So, and yeah, I'm going on Yelp. I surely am. And desperately, I'm going to need somebody else to go to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles off of 114 in Grapevine and try out the food. Only where I can make sure I'm not just tripping. Maybe it was just a bad day. I don't think that's it, because this I want to say this is the second time that the food was not up to par. And the last time my cousin and his family was here from San Antonio a couple of years ago, when I met him at Chicken, his family. His family, you know, like the family he created, you know, that's you know, because I'm confused on some stuff, and I don't want to be disrespectful to him or his family, you know, like, because he's still my family, but we gotta be respectful to his choices, you know. So his family was here, and we went to Lolo's. We sat there, and we sat there, and we sat there before we got seated. And when I say we sat there for hours, because this is what we really wanted. And granted, it was a holiday weekend. I want to say Memorial Day weekend, Mother's Day weekend. It was a weekend. You know, it was a holiday. Easter weekend. No, it wasn't Easter. It wasn't Easter. Because his mother-in-law was there. You know, that's why I want to say it was Mother's Day weekend, because his mother-in-law was there. As well, Grandma was there. I call her Grandma. Grandma was there, and you know, girlfriend, wife, whatever. You know, and then the kids. You know, they got 3 grown kids. You know, 3 grown adults, then 2 grandkids. So all of us, I won't say grandkids, I want to say 1 kid was there. But anyway, I want to say, reason why I want to say it was Mother's Day weekend is because Grandma was there. And when I say we sat hours upon hours upon more hours, ridiculous. I'm saying it's because the sign.
In 2 miles, use the left lane to take exit 23A for Texas 121 North, Texas 183 East.
Hold on, I'll be back. Hey, I'm sorry, I had to turn the GPS off because she was getting on my nerve. And I knew she was about to start talking all through this. So, that's why I want to say it's Mother's Day weekend because Grandma was there. And so, we finally get seated. Now, the server has an abundance of tables. Meaning, now they gave her, or him, I can't remember if it was her, now they gave the server a table of 10. Because I want to say it was about 10 and 12 was. I want to say 10. And so, I forgot that just that quick I was recording because whatever. So, by the time we got our drinks, we had been seated probably another 20, 30 minutes. By the time we got our drink orders and our drinks. Then it's still, after we placed our orders for our food, it's still, I mean, by the time it was all said and done, we had been at this restaurant about 6-7 hours. You know, and you would have thought we were sitting there drinking and eating all this time. And we wasn't. It was the service. And the service was still, the server was fine. You know, the server was fine. As I recall, the server was apologetic. You know, it's just, it was a bad day. It was a bad day for the restaurant. They didn't tell us, which is not, I guess it's not our business, that they already had 2 other huge parties in the restaurant trying to get served. And when I say huge, like 15, 20 people each on the other side that we couldn't see. I want to say about 10 each. It was a baby shower and like a wedding type thing. You know, like, you know how the rehearsal lunch, basically, instead of going out to dinner, they went to lunch. So I want to say it was 10 in one party, 15 in another party, and then here come a 12 time. You know, us, 10 to 12 more people at one table. So, you know, just that alone, they backed up. They backed up when it comes to getting these people food out. And then people getting the other table food, we getting somebody's food that didn't belong to us. And we had to tell them, no, that's not our food. And now it's, you know, it's people food getting to them cold and all because they didn't took it to the wrong table. And just a mess. Just a mess. And it was a while before I went back. My cousin hasn't been back at all. He hasn't. No. When he comes home, like, not home, but comes up here, you know, to see us, he don't go. You mentioned Lolo Chicken Waffles. He will go, yeah, no thank you. Now, I don't know if it's just because the new location and it's not the same as the old location. And when I say old, because this is a bigger location from when we first heard about Lolo's. The first location was in part of a strip mall. And so, yeah, it had a nice little space, but it wasn't as big as the space they're in now. I got a question. Question of the video, and I'll end it here with this question. You go to the restaurants, place it to go order. You call it in, order it online, go in and place the order for to go. Are you expecting to be already charged the gratuity? Needs to. Ooh, I don't want no personal accent. Already, they charge you 10% of the gratuity, or they charge you for the to-go containers because they need to cover overhead prices. My bill was charged 10%, and the young lady that helped me with my to-go order, when I came in, it was the same young lady that took my order, and she said, "Oh yeah, 10%," which was like almost $4, was charged to my bill for the to-go containers. So I asked her, and she fell out laughing when I asked, because she knew what was coming. My question was to her, if I sat down and took a couple of bites of my food off one of y'all plates with y'all forks, and then asked for a to-go box, will I be charged for the to-go box? Well, no. So why am I being charged now? So this guy walks up and was standing there while we were talking, and the young lady, I won't call her a little girl, the young lady that was helping me was laughing. And, I was chuckling with her. I wasn't upset with her or anything, because at the end of the day, she just doing her job. She was doing what she was told to do. And so finally, when she stopped laughing, I asked, "Who's he?" And I did my head like that. "Who's he?" And she fell out laughing again. She's like, "That's my boss." I'm like, "Because he just came and stood here. Didn't introduce himself. None of that. Just stood there. What the hell?" So he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I told him I was going to pose a question to him, same question I just asked her, about the 10% charge to my bill. Now, he says something totally different than what she said. He says that it's the tip for her, because they don't really get paid that much, so we charge the gratuity even on to-go tickets. I'm like, wait, that's not what she just said. Because if I wanted to tip her, let that be my choice, not yours. He says, we can do that. That's no problem. That's no problem. But my thing is, what's up with this? What she said? Because I repeated what she said. And so he's like, well, with the pandemic happening, and then they the shipping container stuck at import this, that, and the third, right? And so he's like, yeah, they said we can get it, but we're gonna have to pay more. Nothing sit right in my soul. It still don't sit right in my soul. But I'm like, but that's an overhead cost to the company. That ain't my cost. And he's like, well, but you see the price is still somewhat it's the same. Somewhat it's not the same. Because I can tell you the prices is not the same pre-COVID prices. I can tell you that off rip. The price of that shrimp and grits went up at least $5. I can guarantee that. So if my memory serves me right, because numbers is what I do. If my memory serves me right, what the price was pre-COVID and the price is now, yeah, that price went up at the least $5. So my thing is, why are you charging me for to-go containers? That sounds like a y'all problem, because even if I ate it here and y'all talking about charging me for this stuff, my thing is, what if I didn't take it home? What if I ate what I ate and then didn't want to take it home? So now I'm not using any of your to-go boxes. Why am I being charged? And he said, well, that's when it switches over to the gratuity. I'm like, but see, the thing is, gratuity isn't automatically charged at any other restaurant that I've been to unless you have a party of 8 or more. 8 or more guests sitting at one table. That's when the gratuity, 10%, maybe 20%, depends on the restaurant, percent added to that ticket for that server. And I don't mind tipping my server, because They live off their tips. They pay their bills with their tips. Just like I live off my tips. I pay some of my bills with my tips. And then people wonder, why is, perfect example, my boss wonders, why does Americans worry about tips so much? Why are they always up in arms about tips? Because in America, there's a lot of the servants, meaning people that's in a servant type position, drivers, cab drivers, limo drivers, servers, people like that, yeah, they live off of the tips. Anywhere where you get a service, like a direct service from one person, you should tip them. You should tip them and bump that. Your tip is don't go out in the rain without an umbrella. No, that's disrespectful. Because nobody's service is that bad. That if it's that bad, talk to the management. Don't be disrespectful. Granted, if you can't afford to leave a tip, you just can't afford to leave a tip. I've been there, done that, but I never written down, don't go outside. Your tip is don't go outside without an umbrella. No, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. But in other countries, they pay their people so not graciously, because that's the word that keep wanting to come jump out my mouth. They pay their people what they worth, to the point where you try to leave them a tip, they give you the money back. Like, what is this? Now I get my money. They appreciated the thought, but they will look at it like, what the hell? Really? Like, what the hell? What's this? What am I supposed to, because they pay their people what they worth, instead of, servers here in America getting pennies on a dollar per hour. They're paying their servers $15, $20, $30 an hour, where they making their money. They making their money. They ain't got to worry and hustle even harder for the pennies you giving them plus a tip. They not have to hustle for that. I'm not saying that they hustling for that $30 an hour. And then we got people in business that, like even the limo business, that is that will farm out to us. Like, say they don't have enough vehicles to cover a run, so they call us and say, hey, do you have X, Y, and Z vehicles, because we need this run covered, and we need 2 sprinters, an SUV, and a motor coach to finish covering this. And my boss sends it over, and the company that needed the vehicles that were, whatever, tips on the card. You think that farm out companies don't give us drivers from Ash that money? Not at all. Not at all. And then wonder why some of us don't want to deal with other companies. Why? Because you're keeping my money. You're playing with my money. But you want me to help you. You want me to bend over. You want me to keep bending over and let you without Vaseline. No. You're not going to keep riding me for free. Not today. So, that's the end of the vlog for today. I love y'all. Y'all rode with me for the last 24 hours, right? As best as I could. And nobody told you today you are somebody. You are worthy of all your blessings, and just keep grabbing your blessings and bump what anybody else say. What's meant for you will come to you. And if God is trying to take something out your hands, let him have it. He taking it out to bless you with better. Go get it. Let's get it. But let me be that one to tell you, if nobody else told you, I'll be that one to tell you today. I love you. His will. And you are loved. Look in that mirror and tell yourself, I am somebody. I am worthy. I am loved. And keep telling yourself and keep believing it. Go out there with your head held high and let the world know you can't step on me no more. And hold your head up and keep your shoulders pulled back. And a smile on your face. Have a good one, y'all.